Hi, this is D Wong Wei Videos. Alright, today I'm giving away my secrets of secrets in hopes that people catch more fish and people catch more fish with kids. Today I'm gonna show you an old school lure that still works, and I like to use it when I take kids fishing. They're basic grubs, and there's a ton of variety of grubs. One thing I like about these things is they're really simple, they're really cheap, they got lots of colors, and you don't have to worry about having a treble hook, so when you give it to a kid to cast, a little less chances ends up in somebody's head or something. So anyways, how do I rig these? Well, first of all, there's all kinds of different ones. Ever since my kids were babies, I take them to Fisherman's Warehouse, and they have these bins, and they have tons of just rubber worms and everything. So the kids like to walk around, and I give them one of these. I say, here, pick one out, and they'd crawl up and they'd climb up into the bin and they'd grab one or two, and they would just carry it around the whole time while I was shopping at Fisherman's Warehouse, and I really enjoyed that. But they work. So usually Alan and Craig and the people at Fisherman's Warehouse, they would give them to the kids free. So I end up with one or two extra free little 10 set lures. Anyways, some different colors. How do you choose which one to use? I would say natural is the most important part. And where do you fish jigs? This is for bass fishing. I would fish jigs anywhere that it's a clear water lake. Lots of Northern California lakes like Folsom Lake. We do a lot of fishing in Folsom Lake, Comanche Lake. There's not a lot of weeds, so you're fishing rock structure with these, and it's very clear, and they just cruise along, and the tail just wiggles. So let's take a look on how to rig one of these. So I would recommend, I like using just a simple 1/8 ounce jig. Okay, they have a whole bunch of different type of jigs that they sell. All right, these are some of the little jigs. How do you pick which jig? I like the jig that has the little, I don't know what they call these heads right here. They're just dart heads, because I feel like they bounce like along, but they stick up like kind of this way, and they don't get stick on the rocks as much. And to enjoy fishing with kids, you really want to avoid snags. And to avoid snags, make sure they're not too heavy. Use single barbed hooks. Okay, and last of all, the type of head. Make sure it's try to get a dart head. All right, so let's pick one of these out. Various different colors. This is a clear color. This is really natural, has some sparkles in it. For some reason they like green. This is actually a twin tail one. This is a double. I use this one for trailers on my spinnerbaits. I'm a big fan for purple. When you go to Clear Lake, you better have something purple. This is a crawdad pattern, something like that. Endless Christmas tree. This is the color though that they don't sell anymore in the small packs. I can't find it much anymore. I actually had Alan Fong order me a 500 pack maybe 20 years ago. I'm all out. I have like 4 left, they're gone. They don't make it anymore. So anyways, let's rig one of these up. So you take a 1/8 ounce lead head, or any lead head, okay? And you're going to take here. So the key when you rig them is you want to make sure the tail goes up, and you want your hook to go down. You got that? That's key. So when it swims through the water, the tail's flapping correctly and it's not catching the hook. All right? That's a little Chinese secret, D Wong Wei. Anyways, so you take your hook, and you go right down the middle of it, and you follow the line, the seam that they use to make the mold, and you go all the way down, and as long as the shank of the hook is, go all the way, and you pop it out, and you push it all the way in, and it should look like that. Alright, so the tail is going away from the hook. Alright, so this is the number one bait I would rig up for kids or anybody who want to catch a lot of fish at Folsom Lake. What you're going to do is you're going to cast it out on a spinning rod. We use 8 to 10 pound test line. That's all you need. So you cast it out, you get offshore, find a nice sloping point, okay, and the fish are going to be and fall on the points. And you just cast it out and you slowly reel it in. Every once in a while, just stop reeling and it'll fall to the bottom. And those bass, they're down there, and what they do is they follow it along, but they're just like cats. You got to tease them a little bit. So this is a great bait to avoid getting hooked by little kids. It's a great bait to catch more fish, smaller. I've caught 5-pound bass on this, so you will catch large fish as well. And so this is my little secret bait that if you're gonna go fish Northern California lakes, Oroville, Folsom, Berryessa, all the lakes around here, Clear Lakes, everywhere I go, if you throw something like that or any other color, something real natural, it just swims through, and it only costs about 25 cents per bait. So it's much cheaper, and you can just cast it. There's so many ways to retrieve it. Anyways, so I hope this helps. This is different grubs. So I just like to use grubs. Maybe because when I was growing up as a little kid, they didn't have many baits. I had a grub, and it was salt and pepper grub. And they had these things called gitzits and rubber worms, and they had hard baits. All right, so it's for D. Wongway. Take a kid fishing. Good luck.